Let's take a moment and walk through the System Settings menu on the AVH-X4500BT. We'll get started by touching the Home button and the System Settings menu on the bottom. First up is our auxiliary input. Right now, auxiliary input is switched on. We can also turn that off, and that will make auxiliary input disappear from your source list. Next up is our AV input. Right now, AV input is off. We can turn audio-video input on or off. And next is our RGB input. Right now, this is set to iPhone. So if you have an iPhone connected to the system for operating different apps like navigation or iHeartRadio or RDO, you would want to set this to iPhone. If you're using this system with an external navigation system like Pioneer's AVH-U250 nav system, you'll want to switch this to Navi. Right now, we have an iPhone plugged in, so we're going to switch it over to iPhone. Next is our app sound mixing, and this is where we can listen to volume from the apps and the radio at the same time. We can change that volume to low, mid, or high, or switch app sound mixing off. Next is our MixTrack setup. For more information on MixTrack setup, take a look at the MixTracks video. Next is our picture adjustment. Here, you can modify the screen settings for the source, for the rear view camera, or for your apps. When we're done making those adjustments, let's hit the back button. We'll scroll down. Next up is our system language. Right now we're set to English. We have a number of different languages to choose from there. Next up is our demo mode. Here we can turn the demo mode on or off. Next up is our mute or attenuate menu. So when you receive a phone call, right now it's switched off, we can completely mute the audio, or we can attenuate the audio by lowering it 20 or 10 dB. Right now, we're switched to mute attenuate is switched off. Next is our rear speaker setting. To get this to light up, you have to switch the system off. So we're going to quickly switch the system off. We'll hit the home button and choose off. And we'll go back to our system menu. And we're at rear speaker. Right now, our rear speaker outputs are set at full range. We can also switch them to just subwoofer output only, or back to full range. Next is our keyboard setting. Right now it's set to English. We can have a number of different languages to choose from, but we're going to go with English for right now. And on the bottom here is Everscroll. And with Everscroll, we can see text from MP3 and WMA files or streaming audio continuously scroll across the screen if we have Everscroll switched on. With Everscroll switched off, it will scroll across the screen and stop. Let's scroll down one more menu. Next up is our Pandora Connect mode. If you are connecting an iPhone to your system, you probably want to use the wired Pandora Connect mode. If you're connecting an Android phone, you want to use the Bluetooth and Pandora Connect mode. Right now, we have an iPhone connected, so we'll use the wired connection. Next up is our Bluetooth audio selection. That is switched on, and that means Bluetooth audio will show up in your source list. We can also switch that off. For right now, let's keep it on. We have a Bluetooth phone connected to the system here. Here we can clear out the Bluetooth memory if we want to. We can update the Bluetooth software, and we can see version information for our Bluetooth settings. On the bottom of our screen is the camera polarity. Right now our camera is switched off. We can switch the camera on based on the battery, which is a positive, or a ground from the battery. And we will switch the camera on to positive and scroll down one more. Here we begin our auto EQ measurements, and for more information about auto EQ measurements, take a look at the auto EQ video. And last is our video signal setting. We'll open that menu, and we can change the audio video signal settings for the AV source, auxiliary, and camera. You have a number of different settings to choose from here. Most people in North America will want to use this on NTSC or auto.